All right, something a little different from the tractors today. Just a little bit of an overview of this lovely original Fordson Major Dexta operator's logbook that I've managed to acquire, printed by a little Australian company down in Geelong in Victoria. It's got the lovely Fordson Empire Blue and the Fordson Farming branding front and back. And this is something the Ford Motor Australia gave out as part of purchases with tractors, and you'll see why, but it provided them with a lot of statistics as well, a lot of data that could be sent back to them about the tractors and fuel consumption and operating costs and things that would improve future models, but also add to a little bit of marketing as well. So we'll go in. This logbook was originally owned by D. Hollenby down at Brinkley in Murray Bridge, originally for a power major. It's got all the stats there, wheels, tyres, what's it equipped with. This power major came with hydraulic power lift, 3-point linkage, remote control kit, and the raised PTO, similar to what I've got on my tractor. And that's about the only information in this book. It's in immaculate condition, fantastic. So as we go through, a little bit there from Ford Australia, really talking to the operators of their machines. It is the job of the man who runs the tractor to get good fuel consumption. Really trying to get the best out of their machines by keeping the operators as informed as they could. Really handy safety tips throughout there. Always be careful when working on hillsides. Never dismount from the tractor when it is in motion. The standard stuff there. Really like this one. Accidents do not happen, they are caused. Somebody's fraction of a second carelessness. And this book came out in the 60s, late 50s and 60s. So they're really on the forefront of the safety culture. And again, that all came down to marketing as well. If you skill in operating a tractor means that to you, you know your tractor inside out, know how to adjust the implements, eliminate waste motions, and that's really important. Have a low operating cost. Skill is gained through thoughtful practice. And then we've got a lot of calculations down here. Consumption in gallons per hour, and this is the imperial system before Australia changed over to metric. So everything's in gallons, pence, acres. Some really good calculations there for figuring out expenditure of your machine. And the main ones they've got it down to is fuel, oil, and maintenance. They are the three big ones. Bit of a summary that you can put in as per this book. Dates, total acres worked, total cost of fuel, total cost of oil, grease, repairs, replacements. Gave you a total running cost, which would have been really valuable information for the farmers, but also for Ford in Australia. And then we get to the actual log part of the tractor. Date, hours work, acres worked, the nature of the work, and fuel used in gallons. And here we've got petrol, kero, and diesel, depending on what type of Fordson was sold. Several pages of the log goes through, and towards the end, notes. And then this little tearaway section. So it's self-addressed to the Ford Motor Company of Australia, or Service Division, and it states, please forward to the undermentioned address without charge your name, address, the tractor engine number, whether it was Carro or diesel, name of your Fordson dealer servicing the tractor, and you can see it's perforated there for tear away. And what they want is your running costs, as I mentioned before. You know, they said it's confidential and not for publication without your authority. And they say that such information assists us to maintain a policy of constant improvement in design and quality of our products. You know, total hours worked, total acres worked, and they want to know total cost of fuel, lubricating oil, grease, repairs, replacements, running cost per hour, and running cost per acre. Really valuable information and data for the Ford Motor Company. So as you can see, it's a kind of a self-serving little book that Ford gave out with all the Fordson tractors. And in the back for the farmer, you know, it's a record of the fuel and lubricating oils used. You know, what day it was changed, what fuel, what oil, grease. Down the bottom here, List and Sons print in Geelong. They're the ones who made it. And that's it. Like I said, beautiful condition. I couldn't pass up the opportunity to collect this as I get more information and more of that historical paperwork that came with Fordson's, but beautiful little logbook, very well thought out. Like I said, nothing to do with pulling a Fordson Major apart, but something unique and something I think some people will get a little kick out of. So that's all for tonight. Back to tractors tomorrow.